State Treasurer David McRae has put hundreds of millions back into the hands of Mississippi's citizens, expanding the state's affordable college and career savings program and also returning record amounts of unclaimed money. Check out how Treasurer David McRae's office can help you, your business, or your organization. Treasury.ms.gov.
Buying Dirt is presented by 601 Sports, Bruce Gray Lamb Pro, Casco Cleaning Solutions, Chase Buckles Mortgage Advisor, Culbertson Cattle Company, Culbertson Concrete Pumping Service, Kirk Douglas Heating and Cooling, Levi Patton Farm Bureau, Southern Ag Credit, Southwest Mississippi NDA Branch, Southwest Mississippi Wildlife Expo, and United Country McDaniel Gray Realty.
Buy dirt, find one you can.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Buying Dirt. Keith, how are you this morning?
I'm great, man.
Yeah? We've had some beautiful days, haven't we, in terms of weather?
Made me want to go fishing.
I'm telling you,
take me
been
somewhere.
Nice. It has been nice, and I know it ain't going to stay the same, but, man, it won't be long for it to be hot as heck. But right now it's nice, right? We're enjoying it.
Man, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's been very, very pretty weather. We're going to talk a little real estate this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about land in the state of Mississippi.
What?
Can you believe that? Now, we want to talk about some of the reasons why people should choose and do choose to buy land here in the great state of Mississippi. And Keith and I are licensed realtors in Mississippi and Louisiana. You know, we've been fortunate enough to list and sell property all over the area, right? All over our state, different. And as people know listening to this, Mississippi is such a diverse state. I mean, depending on where you are in the state, landscape is different, can be, right? But there are a lot of benefits to buying land here in Mississippi. And the reason why we wanted to talk about this is because for those of us who are from Mississippi, grew up here, we kind of take this stuff for granted, don't we, Keith? We really do.
You do. Anytime you live in an area, you tend to take for granted what you've got there.
Yeah.
Till people come in from other parts of the country or even other parts of the state, and they say, hey, I didn't even know this was here. This is great.
That's right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of give everybody a perspective of what people from out of state see when they come here. And this is ideas that people have said, I didn't know this about the state, and I found out about it when I bought property here, whether that's a home or land or whatever it may be, recreational property or just a house in town. So let's just hit on some of these real quick.
By and large, I mean, people from other parts of the country have a negative impression of our state.
They do. Yeah, I tell this story all the time. I went a few years ago, my wife and I, with my wife's job, she had a conference to go to in Chicago, Illinois, and so I went there with her, and while she was at the conference there in the hotel, I got out on, is it Michigan Avenue? I think it's that main avenue down in Chicago, and I walked down the street. And, of course, I'm a country boy looking up, to all the buildings. I'll probably stand out like a sore thumb. But I go into a shoe store. I remember I went into a store that sold boots, cowboy boots and different kinds of shoes. And a young lady asked me, can I help you? And I said, no, ma'am, I'm good. I'm just looking. And she's like, wait a minute. You're not from around here, saying no, ma'am. And I said, no, I'm from Mississippi. And so we got we started talking about where we're from. And she turns out her family's from Alabama, but she's never lived there. But she's always lived in Chicago. They were originally from Alabama. They moved there. She was born there. So she's heard about the South, but never actually been to the South. And she's like, tell me, do y'all still have running water? And everybody's still barefooted? And I said, ma'am, I don't know who you've been talking to, but it's nothing like that. And it led into this conversation about how great our state was. And she's like, well, I've heard nothing but bad things about the state of Mississippi. And I said, ma'am, it's nothing like that. We'd love to have you. Come on down. We'd love to have you as a guest, and you can see for yourself. So, Keith, let's talk about some of the reasons why it's a good idea to buy property in the state of Mississippi.
Let's do it.
Okay. First one is it's beautiful, the natural beauty of our state. And again, we as residents of Mississippi take this stuff for granted, right? It's a beautiful state. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, I've had people come from other states. A lot of times they're coming from larger cities.
Yeah.
That's granted.
Metropolitan cities. That's right.
And they get out and they say, everything's so green.
Yep. And again, it's just stuff that we see every day that we don't think about. But this is coming from a person from outside this area. It's a beautiful state. And it's something that we should be proud of. And I know as realtors, we show that. When we go list property, we take great care in taking photographs. And now with drone use, we're able to get up above it and really show what the property looks like from the air. And on days like it has been this week, it has perfect weather to get out and fly a drone and get videos and pictures of property from above. It's a great way to show property. A second reason why you should buy property in the state of Mississippi is the land is affordable. It's very much affordable. Now, if you ask local people, is land affordable? They're probably going to say no, because they remember the day when you could buy Mr. Smith's farm for $800 an acre, which wasn't that many years ago, right?
Right.
But now the average price may be, I'm just throwing a number out there, say $35 an acre, $3,500 an acre. Surrounding states, properties sell for a lot more than that. So it really is. I mean, number one, the cost of living is less in our state. The cost of land in general is less. Now, if you live in certain parts of the state, like the Mississippi Delta, right?
Mississippi Delta, you get anywhere within a 20-mile radius of any of the college towns.
Oh, yeah.
The land is going to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah, and that's just because it's a college town. It's SC, and that's true for Alabama, Auburn, Arkansas, all these other states that have
the SEC. It just means more.
And it means more in terms of land prices and home prices,
exactly.
too. But you drive 30 minutes in any direction from there, and you're back out in the country, right?
Right.
So prices do get more affordable. So land prices are just more affordable here. And again, we don't think of it being that way, but it is in the big picture. It really is. Favorable climate. Man, look, when I say favorable, right now it's beautiful weather. Here it is the spring of the year. But about midsummer, it's going to get hot. And then later in the summer, it's really going to get hot, right?
Right.
But in the winter months, we have very mild winters. And I think people are really surprised by that. People that come from the northern parts of the country come down here and they cannot believe the long growing seasons that we have, where you can plant flowers and grow in your yard. And the frost might get them, but they might not, depending on the time of the year. And so favorable climate is a big deal. And that's something that people from outside our area really appreciate, the mild winters. And it's a plus.
It's a big plus. How many times have you had a call come in and says coming out of Illinois somewhere or Idaho, and people are saying, I'm thinking about moving south. I'm tired of these winters. They would have had several months of waist deep snow and fighting the freezes and everything else. So I'm ready to come south where it's warm.
There are some advantages for that. And that's one reason why the South in general, and especially the state of Mississippi, is a destination for retirees, for a lot of people. I know Brookhaven is a certified retirement community for that very reason. It's a great place to retire to. Warm climates year-round. In the summertime, it's debilitating hot at times. But even that's, you get used to it.
But the folks that have come here from the deep snow and ice,
yeah,
they'll probably love that.
That's right.
Funny story of Mississippi State's new baseball coach, O'Connor, came here from Virginia.
Yeah.
And early in the baseball season, somebody was interviewing him, and he said, and they just said he looked miserable. He just looked like he was hurting almost. And he said, and they said, Coach, everything okay? He said, it's just his heat. And it was like 80 degrees and no humidity. And they said, oh, Coach, you're going to love June and July.
It's a different world at that time. The air conditioner, very important during those months.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, you're right.
I don't see how our ancestors did it.
All right, agricultural opportunities. And, here in southwest Mississippi, we're not known for a lot of cropland here. There are cattle farms, horse farms, and that kind of thing. But it's certainly the soil is really good, rich soil in this part of the state. But, again, our state is very diverse, right? Of course, you get in the Delta, it's some of the best soil in the world.
Cotton, soybeans.
Absolutely. So we are blessed to have rich soil where you can grow a good garden. And again, the growing season's long here. So you can have a garden from, really before winter's over with. You can start your garden.
You can get out in March and start breaking the soil, getting it ready,
and grow whatever you want all the way through September. In some cases, even into October. So long growing seasons, good soil, less per acre to buy a piece of ground. It's a combination of things that make it a great place to live. The next topic is hunting and fishing. And we know that is part of our culture here in the state of Mississippi, right? It is part of the fabric of Mississippi, where hunting and fishing is a big deal. And we talk about this all the time. And with us being realtors.
Us?
Yeah, we talk about it every now and then.
Yeah.
With us being realtors who specialize in recreational hunting, timber property, waterfront property, that type of lifestyle is very important to the residents in Mississippi. And believe it or not, Keith, that attracts people from other states. They appreciate that. And a lot of times they're surprised. They have no idea that we have such an abundant wildlife species all across our state. And it varies from region to region.
And the fishing opportunities in the area
Absolutely.
with all of the state lakes and our watershed lakes.
Yes.
Those kinds of things. They're just hidden gems out there that big bass just waiting for you to come out there and throw something
Absolutely.
to it.
Southern hospitality. I really believe, Keith, that, with all this, we just talked about it costs less to live here. Land prices are less in other parts of the country. All those are big pluses. But I really think the biggest thing that makes Mississippi special is our people. It's that true, authentic Southern hospitality. And you can pick up on whether someone's being real or not, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have that. And other people, when they travel here, they see that. And it's the little things. We talked about it earlier where you're driving down the road, and when you meet somebody on the road, you just lift that finger and wave to them, right?
Which finger?
Well, hopefully it's the good one. But
I raised 5 of them so they don't mistake it.
Just so they don't misunderstand. But yeah, we always wave to folks. And I've been in the truck with people, and you talked about this, and people are like, "Who are you waving to? Do you know these people?" Nah, I don't know them. I know some of them.
I've been in the car with my wife and throw your hand up and wave and say, "You know them?" "No." "Why are you waving?"
It's just part of our culture.
It is. And
it's that Southern hospitality.
I remember when I was a kid, we'd have people move. Some friends of ours were thinking about moving to Mississippi. They did eventually move to Mississippi. But when they came, I had to take them out and lead them back to our house because we lived a little out in the sticks. Mm-hmm. But and I throw my hand up and wave every car we came to. And we got to the house, and the man said, he said, "These are the friendliest people ever. Everybody's throwing their hands up like they know me." I said, "Well, you better get to know, or at least throw that hand up, or they're going to talk about you."
So true. Southern hospitality is a very real thing. And if you go to any restaurant, it's good food, but it's also good service. People may ask where you're from, who your people are. I mean, now it might be nosy to a certain extent, but they mean well, right, Keith? They mean well. They're genuine.
And the Southern hospitality, but it extends right down to just like the recent tornadoes and storm damage
Absolutely.
that we've had. Everybody jumps in and pitches in together. And that's not unique to Mississippi, but the Southeast, and I'm sure other parts of the country as well. Yeah. But people really jump out and work together.
That's right. Economic growth, that's a big one. I think businesses who come here said this is a very business-friendly atmosphere in our state. And I can only speak for Brookhaven, Lincoln County. We offer good infrastructure for those, like the industrial park, right, that we have right here.
You got the industrial park
they
here.
They go to great lengths to help businesses get established here.
And you look at Nissan came in up around the Canton area up there, and
that's right.
It's just there's a lot of incentives to bring industry in here, and those people when they come in, they're impressed by the hospitality
that's right.
that they see.
Another reason to buy property here is we are surrounded, and we are truly blessed in our state to have such good educational institutes. And of course, we have the big three: Ole Miss, State, and Southern. It goes without saying; those are great universities. But we have a lot of others: Delta State, Alcorn, Jackson State, Millsaps. But we also are blessed with community colleges and some of the best in the country. Recognized as some of the best.
They are recognized throughout the country as some of the best in the country. They've received awards and notice all over the country that they are some of the best, and it is a hidden gem in our educational system.
That's right.
It's a good step for kids coming out of high school that aren't ready to transition into the big college campus.
Right.
Can step off into the junior college and get a start on a good education and get their basic stuff, and then move on to the higher colleges.
That's right. So again, those are just some of the reasons why anyone would want to move to our great state. And look, if you're interested in selling your property, of course, there are a lot of real estate agents locally who can help you, and they're all good at what they do. They are, but we'd like to help you too. So, Keith, how do they get in contact with you?
By my telephone.
All right.
Oh, you want to know? Okay.
What's your number, Keith?
601-201-4048.
All right. And our office is located right here in downtown Brookhaven. That address is 217 South Railroad Avenue. And that phone number, office phone number, is 601-835-2000. So that's 835-2000. Or you can stop by and visit with us. We'd be glad to have you.
Look for the pink building.
There you go. You can't miss it for sure. Well, we hope everybody get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather this spring, because the heat wave's coming.
Yeah.
It'll be here.
And if you got any place you want to take me fishing, just give me a call. That same number, 601-201-4048.
Yep, that's so true. All right, y'all have a good week. Keith, you stay out of trouble. Don't be fishing.
Now you go to middling.
And we will see everybody next week.